problem using what?
Method.
Method. All right. So what is a method?
I'm Daniel Buckmaster, and I have the privilege of influencing 6th graders here at Belle Isle Middle School in Oklahoma City.
Brandon.
I believe that what my kids are going to do is going to be greater than what I can do.
So let's say you're trying to do something. Let's say you're trying to build a flying car, and you've worked at it every day. Who in here thinks they could possibly build a flying car? Raise your hand.
And I tell them all the time that they're going to do great things. And I think that's the heart of why I'm here and what I'm doing, is because they're going to be able to take what I'm doing and take that baton and move it to the next level.
Hands down. First off, if you didn't raise your hand, you're wrong. But the second thing is, you that did raise your hand, that sense that you can do that, you have to hold on to. Because the older you get, the less and less we have that.
And I'm not saying it because I hope, I think, I really believe. I believe that these kids, when I get to know them, if they go after their dreams and if they reach that potential, they're going to do some amazing things.
You and your friend are walking along the desert.
You're walking, and you're walking, and then you see it. Barrels. And you say, oh, I bet you those are water barrels.
And then you say, wait, your friend sees something on the ground. Oh, what is this? It's a sticker that was obviously on here somewhere, and it says H2O, which means water. That's right. So you're like, confirmation, it's water, let's drink. And then you're like, poison.
My progression as a teacher was very slow at the beginning. I've always liked to speak, and so I thought I would just stand up into the class and tell them, and I would say it in such a great way that it would be wonderful for everybody. What I thought was going to work didn't work, and one of the things that was suggested to me through a colleague of mine was, why don't you, instead of trying to just tell them these steps, why don't you sing it? And I just laughed. I said, there's no way, I'm not a singer, that's not what I do, I can't do that. I got up there and I said, you know what, it's not working, so I gotta try something.
Mr. B.
Scientific method is purpose, research, hypothesis, experiment,
analysis, and conclusion. The crazier the better, I mean, the more fun they're having, the more they're gonna learn. They're always doing something that they can relate to and that they love, and then we bring in to that concepts, and I've had lots of success with it.
I've really learned from Daniel how to be more compassionate to the students. He has a very different background from what I have, and when he was really candid about how he was raised and the troubles that he faced and how school really kind of filled a void for him, it opened my eyes to a lot of things that I don't think about students going through at such a young age. It's really been eye-opening for me to just watch him be a mentor to these kids, and he's the person that comes in and doesn't have a problem with the students that give other teachers a problem, and he really just seems to get these kids.
We don't know for sure.
I believe that the teachers at school, they gave me something to hope for. I really believe that. Every time I went to school, I was believing that one time in 6th grade when Miss Mojica said I could be a doctor. Every time they told me I could do it whatever I wanted and I could go to college, I held on to that, and that got me through a lot of those hard times, knowing that what was ahead was going to be a bright experience for me.
I just was so very grateful, because you can come to school and have a teacher that's good and it stops there. Or you can come to school and have a teacher that's willing to stay after school, that's willing to be a real person with your child, a strong role model, and he was always willing to go above and beyond. And I appreciate that.
I get to do this every year, and I love it, and I love my classes. But if I have a bad day or a bad year, I can do it again next year. But you know what? These kids, this is their only 6th grade science class. And so this is the one-time shot. So I have to be my very best. Every day has to be the best day.
Contaminated with A.
I think that the students immediately recognize that they've got somebody on their side in Daniel. To hear the students come in and say, "Oh my gosh, Mr. B's class is awesome," and I kind of wanted them to feel that way about my class, but I thought, this is wonderful. Here they are in a young man's classroom, and they're looking to him like he's the greatest thing in the world. And it is contagious. They come to our class and they're excited, and I know that they don't blow things up in my room, but that enthusiasm spills over into our walls too, and so that is a lot of fun.
Got water. It's vinegar. I know it.
Every day, without fail, I get to laugh in my classroom because of the kids. I don't know if God made me to be a 6th grade science teacher. Sometimes I think that God made 6th graders for my personal entertainment.
He has a wonderful sense of humor that is a part of his classroom every day. And it's a very positive sense of humor, but it is perfect for 6th graders. I mean, you will find them rolling over something that he said that maybe you and I would not even catch.
Mr. Buckmaster encouraged Will, given who Will is, to apply who he is to the science project. You know, it's not just about a textbook. It's about a living thing. It's about an experience, a science experience. He learned to take things he was interested in and apply them to science. He loved to play video games, and he loved the idea of getting to drink Monster. And so he did maybe 4 or 5 times the video games with Monster, 4 or 5 times the video games without Monster, and much to my joy, video games on Monster do not do nearly so well as video games without Monster.
It depends on the experiment. Sometimes he'll tell you, but when we were seeing how to set up a light bulb and make it turn on with just wire and a battery, he just said, okay, there's 4 ways to do it, now try to figure it out. And it was fun because I had never done anything like that, and so I got to figure it out on my own. Science was my favorite class last year. It was a lot of fun.
Last year, we decided we were going to do an online science video series. I got students involved, and I said, come in and help me out. How can we present this concept in a fun way that people are going to love? And so we started brainstorming. We had students directing, students shooting the videos, students editing the videos, and the end product is really the concept, the science concept, in the eyes of the student.
Bookworm science. I don't remember how to do my scientific method. I heard you need help with your scientific method.
They're sharing the videos on Facebook. They're, they're looking. They say, "Hey, look at this! What we're learning in class," and it's a way to really connect with them and their families and the online community that they relate with, and then it becomes a part of their life. What we need to do is in the classroom is say, okay, how can I actually have them playing the game, and not just knowledge-based, not just skills-based, but life-based. So how can we give them something and allow them to practice actually solving the problems, engineering, innovating, creating, and actually doing that right here in the classroom so we can foster that. Because I think that when I look into my classroom, that our students have the potential to change our lives. You know, I'm looking to them to make life better for all of us. And I think that if we're going to do that, we have to believe in them, continue to expect the best, and we've got to let them shine. We got to give them opportunities to reveal who they are and reveal what they got inside of them.